The barometer of measuring a manager's transfer nous is the impact of permanent signings on a team, and in his first season, Erik ten Hag proved he has that in abundance. Lisandro Martinez has been superb. Christian Eriksen has been a much-needed asset. Antony has come up with big goals and Tyrell Malacia has provided competition for Luke Shaw. It was no secret that Frenkie de Jong was Ten Hag's primary summer target, but as soon as it was evident he was not leaving Barcelona, the Dutchman leapt for Casemiro once he learnt of his interest. The Brazilian has arguably been United's best player this season, helping out going both ways and dissolving any fear that de Jong's failed pursuit would be rude. Ten Hag plugged the gaps he saw in the squad and has started on next year early. The Reds' boss is after a goal-getting striker and a midfielder as a minimum this summer. Meanwhile, a defender could be sought should Harry Maguire leave the club. But it's the prospect of a new marquee attacker that is getting fans buzzing. Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen are both on Ten Hag's list of potential summer targets, while Mohamed Kudus of Ajax and Benfica's Gonçalo Ramos, who has 23 goals this season, are also of interest. Meanwhile, Marcel Sabitzer is currently only a loanee after his January arrival, but it is a possibility he could come in on a permanent basis. It's thought that Ten Hag would want to add a further central option, though, rather than the Austrian being the answer to his midfield search. United are expecting more outgoings than incoming this summer, especially with a new striker set to cost a pretty penny, be that Kane, Osimhen or someone else. Nevertheless, despite the obvious need for an attacker, Ten Hag will likely take the same approach as he did to his chase of de Jong. We will strike the moment the player is available. When we can't find him, we have to deal with the players in our squad and we will develop one in that position, he said in July. Furthermore, a month later Ten Hag was adamant he would only sign a player that was right for his setup. He said, "We just don't need any player, you need the right players, and that's the point where we're working all together. If it's not the right player, no. Then I am happy with the current squad. We need the right players." January's tight purse strings made it evident that the Glazers do not have endless amounts of money to spend, albeit that could change depending how the takeover process ends. But Ten Hag knows the value of the price tag and how it can weigh heavy. He suggested it was pointless just to spend money for the sake of it. In January, he outlined, "You need one who can have an impact, otherwise you are just burning money. You don't strengthen the squad and it doesn't help you." That said, supporters can be sure that Ten Hag will pounce for a player when the chance comes around, always having had an eye on the future. Later in the month he outlined, "As Manchester United, always you have to look for solutions and look for better players, and that's what we will do. We will be doing our research, and if there are opportunities, then we will have to go for it." United fans can expect Ten Hag to stick to these vows in the hunt for new star players this summer.